So what was the reason that you started your business? Was it anything like me, where I wanted to get a better work-life balance, having just come out of corporate life, where I wanted to see my young kids grow up? Here I am with my son's boys' club football tracksuit on. Well, it's not his, clearly it's mine. I'm one of the coaches, so we're just away out to do some coaching this evening. Or that might not be the reason you started your business. You might have a product or service that you wanted to give to the world. You might have had a creative idea that you wanted to invest yourself into just to see where it could go. Whatever your reasons, it doesn't really matter. The first thing I would say is congratulations for taking the brave steps from employment into doing your own thing. One of the things I was introduced to fairly on in my business career was this thing called the entrepreneurial ladder, which is just sat behind me. And this will become relevant in a wee second, because I wanted to just explain that we've got a seminar coming up on the 11th of May in the evening, with hosted by Boyd Legal at their offices in Queensferry Street. And it's basically around how you build a business that you can sell. And I think that this framework is becoming quite helpful to people as we get an understanding as to some of the key challenges that you face as you move, on that journey from where most of us start as an employee in a company through to a true entrepreneur. Obviously we hear people saying, "Oh, I'm an entrepreneur." I think there's probably a few things that you need to do in your evolution towards being a kind of a true entrepreneur that are helpful. But for example, if we take the self-employed rung of the ladder, this is really where the kind of key challenge is around how you balance out sales and marketing, so actually finding clients to serve, and then once you've found them, how do you then deliver on the service to them? And again, while you're doing that, you're not doing sales and marketing, and then we have this kind of constant balancing act between finding the work and doing the work. We then move up to start to employ people, and this is almost like a merry-go-round, where we're effectively chasing around, looking after the people that we are employing, making sure that they've done the job that needs to get done, or maybe picking up the pieces that they leave behind. And I think the key point to make here is, up until this point, what we're effectively doing is we are working in the business typically, and it's a cash flow business. So there isn't really any value as such in the business. And hopefully the business has given us the kind of the lifestyle that we want, but the chances are we're probably working pretty darn hard for not the returns that we initially expected when we went out into business for ourselves. So we're kind of effectively working in with a cash flow business, and it's only at the point at which we get to the owner status, and that's where we've got a true business that can work without us. So a commercial, profitable enterprise that works without us being there, that we start to work on the business, and that we are starting to build value in the business. And then of course we've got investor and entrepreneur would be kind of levels progressing up from just true business ownership. And we can discuss all that in more detail at the seminar. But effectively this is kind of where we're working on the business. And really my question to you is, where are you on that rung? Are you a true entrepreneur? Have you gone through these levels? Have you earned your stripes, if you like, to truly call yourself an entrepreneur, like all these greats that we see on TV and read about in their books? Or actually, are we somewhere in here, and have we got some of the challenges that you face at each of those levels? Wherever you are, what we'd like to do in this seminar with Boyd Legal is going to lay out for you the steps or the building blocks that we want to put in place to make sure that if you want to sell the business, you're in the best possible position to maximise the asset value come sale time. But if you don't want to sell the business, that's fine too. The building blocks are still the same to put in place so that you've got a really good business that can then deliver for you the lifestyle that you want. It's not for us, not for anyone to tell you how to run your business. Everyone's aspirations are different. But what we do want for everyone in business is for the business to serve you and not for you to serve it, because business should be fun. And that's what our goal in life is to do, is to make business as fun as possible for everyone brave enough to take that step into business ownership. So really look forward to seeing you at the seminar, 11th of May. 6 o'clock till 7:30, drinks and nibbles at the end. So look forward to seeing you then. And in the meantime, get in touch. Please book on with the details around this video. All the best. See you soon.